What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shazabani TV. Today is another amazing day to get after it. We're gonna be better today than we were yesterday.
I can feel my face, but nothing really cannot stop me.
So today I'm gonna be discussing with you guys the top 10 things I wish I knew before I went to college or my university. The reason why I'm making this video is because I know there's probably people who are in the same position I was back right after leaving high school or right before leaving high school, but nobody was really there to tell me the tips that could have really benefited me today. So I'm gonna be sharing it with you guys. So by all means, take advantage of everything you hear today. And now let's get it started. I'm currently a Division I soccer player at University of Texas in the Rio Grande Valley. I do play here, so I will have some tips for athletes, but I'm gonna focus that on a different video. But this is gonna be for the most general aspects so that everybody can benefit off of this video. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe buttons to stay updated with my journey to my professional contract. All right, guys, let's start off with number one. Go to your student orientation. So, all of high school, I never went to orientations before the first day of school. I just find my class and go for it. But then whenever I was going to my college, for some reason I thought it was gonna be the same thing, easy, you just go to campus and then you find it. But it's not the same thing. A campus is so much bigger than just a single high school. So a tip I'd advise you all that are going to a new university or college to be sure to go to the orientation, or if not, get somebody that can show you around the whole school. Because my first week here at UTRGV, I had the hardest time. I was late to every class almost every single day for the first week of school just because I was having a hard time finding my classes. Sometimes I didn't even recognize the building that I went to the day before, and it's just crazy that you can start getting confused. And if I would have went to the orientation, all of that would have been handled way faster. I would have been on time on every single class. And that went out for like a good 2 weeks before I actually started understanding where everything was. The second thing that I think is very, very vital to your success in college is figure out what you're gonna be doing early. So whenever you're leaving high school, or if you already left high school and you're thinking about going to college, back to college, be sure you sit down and literally focus in on decide what you want to major in, because nothing hurts you more than changing your major. I was supposed to graduate last year, but thanks to my major change, I've been pushed back 3 years to my graduation point. So that's not the best feeling ever, because I started off as a business major, and then halfway through I decided to just go all the way through with my engineering major. And because of that, a lot of classes that I took for my business major, I lost credits for, and I have to retake these classes that I should have been taking when I first joined my college, but now I'm taking them all late. It doesn't hurt, but it's always more beneficial if you don't have to spend an extra 2 or 3 years of paying for classes, paying for apartments, rent, food, just so you can fix your major to a better idea that you decided late. Another benefit of figuring out what you want to do early is so that you can go and take classes maybe at a community college, because community college classes are so much cheaper. At my community college in Houston, it's called Lone Star College. For a class of calculus, I usually pay around $350 per class. But here at my university, I'm having to spend $1,100 for the same exact class. But if I would have known this when I was getting my associate's degree, I would have took those mathematical classes back in Houston when I was still attending my community college. So the third tip I want to give is for anybody who's going to be in specific organizations. If it can be the athletics, soccer, basketball, football, track, or if you're gonna be part of a band, or maybe a painting club or something like that, or something the school is giving you a scholarship for. If you're gonna be doing that, be sure to do your research on the program. The worst thing is coming in as a freshman or just a transfer new to the school, and you have to try to catch up to everybody's knowledge on how the program goes. For an example, I'm a soccer player. If I would have known this tip before going to my university, I would have looked at maybe 10 games of my school playing, and I would have focused in on the player that plays my position. This way, whenever I arrive, I can adjust easy and faster, and I have a better chance of starting on this brand new team, because the coach will see you be like, wow, he understands everything. Instead of him having to sit down and walk you through all the steps like a new freshman kid, but you're already on top of it, and that puts you ahead of other people in that specific organizations. Because a lot of people who transfer schools, they don't think about maybe I should learn or study things before I get there. So whenever I'm there, the coaches or the organization leader is like, wow, he knows what he's doing. You know what? Might as well just give him the spot. The fourth tip I'm going to be giving you guys is meet as many people as possible. And the easiest time to do this is the very first week of school. Because most of the time in all your classes, everybody in that class don't really know each other. Maybe later on when you get your junior and senior classes, you start recognizing some people. But freshman year and sophomore year, the chances are the person next to you, over here and in front of you, none of you guys know each other. And it's so much easier for you to be like, hey, since we're in the same class, we should exchange numbers so we can help each other. No one says no. I haven't met a single person who was like, ew, get away from me. No, nobody says that. Everybody wants help. So if you come with that approach, by the end of the semester, you may have like 50 people in your phone contacts from different classes. So meet new people because they're gonna be your connections. Whenever you graduate also, they're gonna be the connections you may need to get into certain jobs and places. So for me, every time school starts, I get the person's number in front of me, behind me, or whoever makes eye contact with me and the teacher's not teaching and we're talking, before I leave that classroom, I'm gonna have your number and you're gonna be part of my WhatsApp group. So the fifth thing I have for you guys is make sure you sign up for your classes early. So nothing is worse than you waking up late or forgetting that your classes were open to sign up, and you get there and you start signing up. Now all the classes are full. The schedules are gonna be bad for you because you signed up late since everybody took all the good hours. So let's say you have a job or you have training with your team at a certain time, but now you can't take those classes in the morning because everybody loves morning classes, and you might be stuck with the 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. classes that nobody really wants to be in. So be sure whenever it's time to register for your classes, you want to be number one. Most schools for athletes, you get the chance to sign up for classes before anybody else in the school. So that's a plus of being an athlete. But even then, if you have holes on your account, you will be forced to sign up late, and you're gonna get in the ugly classes that nobody wants. So be sure you sign up early for those classes. The sixth tip I want to give you guys is once you understand what you're gonna be taking and you're already at the school, be sure to take care of your plan. Look at the classes you need to take to graduate and make sure, because like for engineering, we have something called junior lab and senior lab. And those classes is a total of 4 classes that you cannot take in the same semester. Whenever my advisor was making my schedule, he didn't take it into thought that those classes weren't allowed for me to take them all in the same semester. So originally he had planned for me to take those 4 around my last semester so I can graduate, but I came to find out that it has to all be taken in a separate semester. So since I just found that out, it added another 2 years to my graduation plan. So I could have graduated maybe a year earlier, but now it's pushed back. But maybe I'll talk to the school department heads and maybe they'll let me take 2 of them in the same semester, let me graduate earlier because I don't want to stay here for that long. So hopefully that works out. So if you're in your major, be sure you pay close attention to your junior and senior classes, because some of them have certain classes where there's prerequisites, but the same prerequisites work for those same classes, but those same classes, you can't share it in the same semester. So just be very careful of that, or else you may add yourself a lot of school time that you did not need. Because as of right now, it's looking like my last semester of college is just gonna be 1 class, and that's not something you wanna have when you can already be on the field or playing professionally somewhere else. The 7th tip I have for you guys is learn how to cook. If you've never cooked in your entire life, you better start looking at YouTube as soon as possible, because when you get on campus, if your parents aren't banking extremely and then you have a limited amount of money to spend, you need to learn how to cook. And it's very simple. You buy your beef, your chicken, your rice, your beans, just things that last long. I usually keep all my meat in my freezer. When I'm ready to cook it, I take it out. I cook my rice. It takes about 15 minutes and then I'm done. And then I just change. Sometimes I get tilapia, I just switch it up. And then there's some canned beans that you can buy that will make it quicker, so you don't have to wait to cook beans. It's a long process. So you can buy canned food. Just make sure whenever you cook, you You warm up your canned food, you don't put it in the microwave, you actually cook it on the stove. So pretty much learn how to cook and take advantage of your grocery stores, because spending $7 or $15 every day on fast food is definitely not worth it, because at the end of the month, you may spend $200 more than what you could have spent if you just bought groceries. So the 8th tip I have for you guys is focus on the classes that's towards your degree plan. So whenever you first get into college, there's gonna be some classes you wanna take, maybe you wanna take a piano class, maybe you wanna take this language class. My advice to you is, before you think of those classes, be sure you're stacking up on the classes that heads towards your completion grade for your degree. Because if you're putting a lot of energy and money into that art class, that language class, that's not part of your degree, you're just pushing your time even farther back. So you will have core classes you have to take, but after that, don't add any more unnecessary classes, because you're just gonna be spending more money that you don't need to spend. Just, if you have the time to add another art class, take it off and put another core class that will help you finish your degree faster. And whenever summer school comes around, take advantage of it. Those are the best times to go home with your family, and there's a community college nearby. Maybe they have some cheap classes that is part of your completion goal. Because yes, having the summer off can be fun also, but would you rather finish your school in 3 years or 4 to 5 having fun summers? It's up to you. The 9th tip I have for you guys today is don't stay at the dorms. My mistake when I came to UTRGV, I completed my associate's degree at a community college, and whenever I came to UTRGV, I didn't know anybody, so I wasn't even thinking about getting an apartment, and I decided to live at the dorms. Biggest mistake I could have ever made, because I ended up paying $750 each month for my dorm, but the area that I live in, everybody pays for 3-bedroom apartments for the same price. So I was literally just giving the school free money, and at the end of the semester, it was a total of $3,500. And now currently at my current apartment, we share 3 bedrooms with 2 of my teammates, and we pay a total of $950. So we divided it by 3, and that's still way cheaper than it was if I would have stayed at the dorms at my university. So the 10th and final advice I have for you today is pretty much have a side hustle. So think of ways that you can make money in college. If you're in a sport, yes, it could be hard. You have to study for your classes, and then you have to make money. But in the long run, even if you're just working 1 day a week, it's gonna help you so much. Because at first, maybe you're like, I don't need the money right now, so I'm chilling, I'm studying. I can train, have fun here and there, and still be good. But if you just work 1 day a week, maybe you can just take that extra money and put it in your savings account, because you never know whenever the economies will fluctuate, if your parents won't be able to support you later on, but you're gonna have your own savings account that can back you up in times of need. Like the coronavirus is happening right now, a lot of kids whose parents have been laid off, those kids that weren't saving money, it's gonna be really hard for them to be able to pay for a lot of things right now, because they're gonna be getting no type of income. But after this video, I'm gonna be making another video that's gonna be showing you guys simple ways that you can make money in the university. I mean, some people could even make YouTube channels, but that takes a longer time to start making an income from. So there's other easy ways that you can make an income, and I'll be sure to make a video for you guys so you guys can see it. So those were my top tips for you who's trying to go to a university or a college. If you're out of high school, or if you're from a community college and you're trying to transfer out, just those are some things that I want you to know and be cautious of whenever you come. So just a quick summary: when you get here, meet as many people as much as possible. Be sure you go to your orientation, or else you're gonna be lost. But if you wanna be lost, by all means, go for it. Make sure you watch games or pay attention to your organization, and also sign up early for your classes. Learn how to cook, don't live in dorms, and just be the best college student you can be. All right, guys, so if you take these, apply them, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be beneficial to you. And now I'm gonna leave you guys. If you like the video, subscribe, share it to somebody, it may help them. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. TV.
I can feel my face, but nothing really cannot stop me till I fall. Went and picked up my pace. Now I gotta get